This is Strong Stories, ladies and gentlemen, and today we are here with Mr. Craig Murray.
Yes, sir.
Craig Murray, hey,
What's up, y'all?
Fist bump, man. Ooh. Yeah, Craig Murray's a good friend of mine as of the past few weeks. He's been a comedian here in Austin, and he's
Yes,
here to tell
sir.
us about who he is, where it all began, and where he is now.
Yes,
So
sir.
yeah, who are you? Where are you from? And like what? Start from birth. What happened? Who are your parents? What happened?
Hey there, y'all. My name is Craig. So, I'm 21, and I'm from 23, and I'm from Lakeland, Florida, and it's like, you want to see like where it all started, like from the beginning?
Yeah, like even from your childhood, man. Like I'm really trying to get the backstory. I'm trying to figure out who you are exactly. You know.
Okay. So, growing up, I grew up in, I can't say an abusive family, like, but growing up in an abusive family helped me become a man.
With
in a
siblings?
sort. Yeah.
Both parents around?
No.
No.
I have six brothers. I got six siblings. I got two brothers. No wait. I got my oldest is, he's like 27, and then but his birthday is August 9th.
Close to
And
mine.
I got, yeah, that's yours.
August 3rd. I know a lot. Yeah.
My sister, I don't care about her birthday, but hers March 25th, and then my birthday July 12th. Now this what get crazy.
Are you right in the middle of all the siblings?
I'm in the middle. Boom. Now look, this what get crazy
Younger,
at.
yeah.
This what get crazy at. Okay. You go to my little sister, and then you get to the two twins. Now the two twins, guess when their birthday? August 9th.
Oh wow.
First,
Don't
last.
touch this. Don't touch this.
Oh, crap.
Make a
Oh.
noise. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
It's the first and last. It's like, I got three brothers. I'm the fourth. How in the heck do my brothers get the same birthday? Like, first and last, same birthday. And I'm the only one that got this, like, July 12th. Growing up, we went to church. So, I always sang in church, like, worshiping God, but going through school, like, I learned how to sing, and because I was singing through all the way, like, one of my favorite singing things was, the Sound of Music. What you call that music?
Really? You like the Sound of Music?
That's my
Like the hills
favorite.
are alive. Oh, are you kidding me?
So a
Wow.
deer, a female
That's a
deer,
white kid thing.
right? Like,
Yeah.
I literally paid for the fucking movie to watch it. Like when I was like recent, like I say about 4 months ago, and I found about that movie. I found the way I found the movie was in elementary school. You know,
Yeah,
Me-
they will watch it at school too.
yeah, elementary, just watching it like,
In Florida?
yeah, Lakeland, Florida. Lakeland, Florida. I went to Wendell Watson Elementary School. And I can say, it was a boy named David that was in my school. He used to bully the freak out of me, bro. I used to run away from him and shit. Like, hell no. Like, but
How young were y'all?
it was in first grade, bro.
Yeah, and he was a piece of shit already.
Bro, like in kindergarten, I had this one dude that I got in a like fight with at school. And we had went home, and I had went off the bus, and he was like, "Hey, come here." And we kept walking, and we got to this little dirt, and they created a circle, and he pushed me to the ground and hit me 2 times. I was scared as shit. Like in kindergarten through 5th grade, I was a bitch. Like,
Were you like a loner though? Like
no,
lone wolf or what?
everybody
Like singled you out or whatever?
nah. Like I'll be like, yeah, half and half. Like,
Yeah, that's kind of how I was, half and half.
like I'll be like super funny in school though. Like
Hmm.
they'll be like, Craig, you be famous one day like that. Like they used to say that at young age, like growing up. But I'll be like, you gotta separate. Like you gotta. I don't know.
Eyes on the
Like,
prize, you know. You don't let your ego, you know, flare up over that shit.
but after I like wait going up to the like singing. I say singing was
So you were passionate about it throughout, like, your growing up from
sixth
all of school.
kindergarten through eighth grade.
Did you do it in like? Did you join choir and stuff like that? Do it in school
Yes.
and in church?
No,
So no.
I just did it in school because it's like it's school. And the first time I
But you
did
did
it,
good in choir.
I was the best singer. They used to have me like. He used to bring me up in front of class, and like I would have to show them how to like open their mouth and sing like. But one day he put me 1 against 10, and I had to keep on harmony with all the 10 girls. He usually put 10 girls with 10 guys, but it's like when you got a strong voice and you can stay on court with 10 girls. That's what singing is about. That's what it's showing. Like, get like, this should be the goal for a singer. I don't know, like, cause he put me in example after example. So I'm like,
And what age was that? This was high school choir,
yeah, middle school.
middle school choir, and
So
then and what was high school like for you too? And you did choir throughout that as well.
Yeah, I did choir throughout high school.
And did you see yourself becoming a singer too?
No, I just was singing just for fun. Like,
Mm.
it was like a gift, but I had to. You can be born with a gift, but you always have to work at that gift. It's like comedy. You have to work at it. You have to get better. You have to craft it. But I feel like if I would have, like some people take, like they be like, oh, he don't. If I do it, will they laugh at me? Will they pick on me? It's like if you want to do it because you the one that's gonna regret when it's said and done. Because when you go to the grave, you have to label what you did in life. You either when you grow up in school, you have to find your talents, or your talents won't find you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
all your strengths. We all did that.
like that's why I thank God for like writing in school, taking topics, breaking them down, taking stories and making up
That's
other
our lives
stories.
now. It's our entire lives.
And that's our entire lives now. So
And I
it's-
never would have thought it either in school doing that shit. That's what it all is now.
You feel me? But it comes down to, okay, when I was in school, you had, because when I was in school, I go back to, all right, we have to find our talents and we have to get great at them because we never know what the future may hold. But like for me, I say with writing, it helped me like, cause I tell you like the talents like singing, like I like the math, but you know once you get to like after you get past algebra 1, whoo, it's time to start cheating.
Yeah.
It ain't no joke, bro. Like I'm telling
cheated
you,
a little.
like
You're caught cheating.
I liked it writing. I grew into writing and I learned how to write through elementary school, like breaking down different stories and making up stories. And even though we all can write a story, but it comes down to like, okay, when we get that 3 and we want to get better, and when we start getting 4s, 5s, like getting to 4 and 5 and 6 category, like you know how they grade like the test. It's like that's what I was battling with. Like I won't always want to like I started to get 4s and 5s, but I didn't like in high school. I used to write and stuff like that, but it's like when you want something, like when you find your gift, just get greater at it so you can. You don't know what it's gonna be used for. That's when we get out of high school. We don't. I didn't know I wanted to be a comedian. Like, I was in my car, homeless. I went to a comedy club. Like, this is how it happened.
After high school?
After high school, I was like in my car, homeless, and I was like, you know what?
What can you say about that? Like, how did you end up there? I you know, with privacy and keeping, you know.
This is how it happened. After I graduated, no wait, let's take you back. I used to stay with my godmama because my mama, like, I punched my mama window out because we had gotten into an argument, and she, like, all right, let me tell you the story. I punched my mama window out, right? And they took me to the hospital. They wrapped my hand around, and they took me to a place where they hold you at before they, you know, get your hand right. And I was like, hey, can I go to the bathroom? You know? So they said, yeah. So I went out and I ran. I was like,
did you think you were going to get arrested? You were just at the hospital?
Bro, I was trying to get the fuck out of there. Fuck getting arrested.
Well, why would you run away from the hospital to get your hand treated?
No, my hand was like fucking. You see this right here? See this cut?
Yeah.
That came from me punching, like, but when I went to the hospital, they wrapped me up. But I was still bleeding, and they had to fix it. Like, they had to put tapes around it. So I sat down. I was like, can I go to the bathroom? Because, you know, they put you in a thing where you...
So you were bleeding and you left the hospital?
I ran at the hospital. I tried to run, but I got caught up, and they seen my blood trail. And
I can't understand why he wanted to run away, though.
Because I was trying to...
thought you were in trouble?
I was in trouble. I thought I was in trouble. So when I ran away, and I was trying to get the fuck out of there, I was like, fuck
then
these people.
Then you actually got in trouble?
Look, so I went in the closet. Yeah. I went in the closet, right?
At the hospital?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bro, I went in the closet, right? And the security guards, they come in, they like, get on, and they try to spray me. I'm like, no. I'm like, freak, no. It's like, no, dude. So they got me. They put me in like these little things where they scrap you to the thingy, and you can't like, I'm gonna hurt somebody. I'm gonna kill myself. Like, no.
Yeah. Did you say that?
No, I'm saying, like, that's how they had
strapped to a table, a gurney, yeah.
Because I ran? And now I'm vicious? I'm like, no.
Did you get in trouble from that? Did you have to go, did you get the police involved or anything?
Nah, they just fucking put me on.
You didn't have to run away.
Fuck them. I was trying to get away from my mom.
Oh, yeah, you were, because, yeah. But how old were you when that happened? That was when you were graduating?
Say about 9th grade going to 10th. 9th grade going into 10th grade.
And that started this whole kind of dilemma, dilemma with your mom.
Yeah, but then I went to my godmother's house, and I stayed there for a while. But then she started trying to finesse me type-ish, because when I started working at Publix.
Wanted money? Yeah,
she wanted too much. She wanted me to pay, like, give me this.
Unreasonable amounts?
Yeah, so I say, fuck this. I'm going to get me a car. I went to my sister's house, and my sister had a boyfriend. I went to my sister's house, and I saved up, and I bought a car. And I bought a Crown Vic for...
Your sister's cool?
14, she's fucking... I bought a car for $14,000. And when I went to my sister... $1,400.
Yeah.
Hell no, we ain't gonna get no rusty ass Crown Vic for $14,000.
Yeah, no.
Hell no, that's a ripoff. But when I started staying with her, I'm like, her brother, she had a boyfriend, and she talks slick, bro. She mean as fuck. Like, she be cool.
Boyfriend fucks with you?
Yeah, and he'll yell at me and shit. And I'm like, oh, hell no. Like,
you didn't belong in there with her. And she was starting shit.
She'll start, like, she'll take little nibbles on my weed, but it was like little roaches and shit. Like, I'm like, fuck. Like, and then we was like, bro, we stayed in, it was somewhere, but it was in the hood. but because I always live out like, but I'm like, dang, bro. So I got the freak out of there, and I went homeless again. And I was like, all right, now I'm by myself, and I had met this white dude.
Where did you take your car?
I started parking it at freaking Walmart and sleeping in that bed.
Yeah, in Florida.
Yeah,
Hot.
yeah.
Fuck, man, it's humid in that bitch.
Bro, like
Damn.
steam coming out that bed, like hell no. Bro, it used to be like, I used to be miserable, like,
It was hard in that car.
bro, yes, bro. And I was sleeping by this Jamaican woman, like, hello, like, what the fuck?
Did you learn about them and what they were up to and shit?
Oh, she was just freaking,
They were tweaking out there?
she was tweaking, like, just talking to me, like, oh, God, it's good. I'm like, man, why you talking to me? I'm trying to smoke a fucking blunt right now, you feel me?
She's Jamaican.
Yeah, but I got my medical marijuana card. She said, you should be smoking that
In Florida?
marijuana. Yeah,
Okay.
she's like, you should be smoking that marijuana. Like, I got
You're
one.
Jamaican, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got all these medical marijuana shops.
How long did you have to put up with that?
Like, a year.
Yeah, of being in Florida. You just
6
left your
months.
sisters, and you're in like a parking lot, and
Yeah, just sleeping. Doloing. I had a friend named Isaiah, but I had to cut him off when I started doing comedy. Because what happened is I started fucking around with it early on, but I like went out to 2 shows. Not like just 2 open comedy clubs. Like it used to be called Coconuts Comedy Club in St. Petersburg, and I would go in there and nobody be getting laughs, and I go up there and I get laughs, but I was like, okay, I'm done with this shit. I succeeded in it because I wanted to be a YouTuber. You know, I look up to people like DDG, Funny Mike, Perfect Laughs, like people that's Flight Reacts, like Cash Nasty. You know who that is?
No, I don't know these guys, to be honest.
These people are
they Florida guys?
they just famous people like the Shay Frost, like everybody that
Making a living off of YouTube.
Yeah.
Vloggers. Some of them I kind of recognize, but yeah.
But it inspired me to do try to make my own content.
Did you make content?
Yeah, I started learning how to edit and shit like that. I used to like record myself and just upload it. Or like go to like, we had like computers in school where I can edit a little bit and like
Libraries and stuff like that?
post it and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
but
I guess you could edit at a library, yeah.
but editing, I love editing. But as far as videos, it helped me reflect. Like, you know how you take a video and you kind of weird it out, like once I really got into it, I feel like it helped me with comedy
You
too.
improved, yeah.
So what happened was, all right, a year go by, and it was
You just dipped your toes in the water for a year.
and it was a thing called, it was around my birthday, and that's kind of crazy. I think the video came out like July 11th, or around that time, or July 12th. I don't know, around my birthday. But he was like, it was DDG brother. He was like, all right, I got this comedy thing, and if you want to like try, like if you want to like post hashtag dub comedy like jam, and I started. So I said, all right. He said, if you do good, we'll fly you out, and we'll see we'll post a comedy show and see. But it was like, good thing he didn't do it, So what happened is I did it, and he texted me, and I think I was the only one he texted. He was like, "You funny." So I was like, but when I was doing this, I was like, okay, dude, you know how fire it used to be to just go out into the fucking, just make up stories. You didn't write down nothing. Like, you just, all right, let me talk about this and rip on it. And I used to post shit on TikTok and get like 400, 500 likes. That's crazy.
You still have that account?
Yeah, no, I don't have the account, but it's still posted on TikTok. Like
Yeah.
everything, like you can put one of them in here. Like, hey, you can put one in there.
If
Like,
we find it, yeah.
yeah, I found it, but I'll send it. I'll send you my link to it. But yeah, it helped me. Like, and then let me tell you this before I go on. I seen a year go by, and I see the dude that texted me, DDG brother, in Vegas because I was homeless in Vegas because I've been all around. I've been to
Yeah, you're gonna have to get into that too. Also, taking how you got into booking flights and stuff like that. But
yeah, like
anyway, yeah, you run into him later.
I ran into him in Las Vegas for the Devontae Davis and Ryan Garcia fight, and he was like, I was like, "What's up?" And he was like, "Oh, we." He knew, like, he just gave me like $20. It's like, but it was a weird situation
Why do you give you $20?
because he was like, "Oh, we was just gonna give him," because he said he was gonna pay the winning comedian $1,000, but he never did because he got COVID and he was like, "Oh." So he's like, "Oh, we finna." He tried to get me on camera, but I told him to cut that junk out, and I made a big deal about it.
You freaked out on him?
Yeah, I was like, "No, don't you do that, man! Like, get that freaking camera off me." I think he just thought I was funny to him, and he just probably just, I don't know. You feel me? Like, that's what I really think. Just say you funny and just
Dismissed you.
yeah, like, but he didn't know I was gonna really come. Like, take that
$1,000.
no, like take
Yeah.
the.
Well, no, like it's just he promised.
He promised me, but he only
Yeah.
gave me $20, so he still owed me $980.
Yeah.
But it's still straight, man. I still bought some weed,
yeah.
but how I got into
Traveling. Because you were doing comedy in Florida, it sounds like, and posting videos, and
this how it happened. I was down on my ass. I didn't have nothing else to do. I was homeless, and I was writing a little bit, you know.
Mhm.
So I was like, should I go out to LA and try some shit? Cause I'm in Lakeland. I'm in between Tampa and Orlando. An hour and a half. I got an old Crown Vic that can break down easily. So, is I'm gonna risk it? No, but I'd rather fly. So, I asked the dude. It was this dude named Mike. He was a mechanic, and I told him if he can help me book like a one-way flight because I thought I was going out there to be homeless and find my dreams as a stand-up comedian, and he booked the flight, but the night before I left, my tooth was hurting, and I went to the hospital, and I was sitting there, you know, and my mama came in, and she was like, "Hey, Craig."
How did she know you were there?
She didn't. She just walked up on me random, like, God work.
Wow.
God
really?
work. And she walked up on me, she was like, "Oh,
Surprised to see you?
yeah," but she the weirdest thing she asked me is you going to Skid Row or something? And I was like, Skid Row? I was like, what? I was like, 'cause I had looked it up, I was like,
Yeah.
I was so hooked. I was so hooked. I was like, I don't even cry, but I was going to the lowest. But it made me cry because I'm really being honest right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds hurtful.
Yeah.
So your mom comes in and says, "Oh, you must be going to Skid Row."
Like, yeah,
And-
she asked
and-
me, like,
yeah.
I was like, because she said she seen it.
I feel you, man. I was gonna ask you.
My sister had my account, and she said, she probably said it to my mom about something. But it was crazy how that all happened, and it was right before the day I was going to catch my flight.
And they heard you were doing comedy, and they
No. Like,
oh, they don't know.
They didn't know.
They,
like,
they just know you're going to L.A.
They didn't even know I was going to L.A. They just know. My sister have my account, so she can go in and she can look at anything that I do. So
She sees
She-
you booking a flight.
she probably see me booking a flight or see me like
And
not.
they don't know you're doing comedy or that you want to go there to do comedy.
She didn't see me book a flight, but she seen me looking up Skid Row.
Oh yeah.
So when Mama came there, she was like, "Is you going to Skid Row? Cause your sister been saying you looked this up," and I was like, "No, like she don't know the next day I'm finna go on the flight." So
To LA. She's already asking you about Skid Row. Okay, I see the dilemma here, yeah.
So fast forward the next day, I gotta get my medicine because I need my medicine to go to LA.
She just left the hospital? Just
Yeah.
let you be? Yeah.
And I left, and this is how crazy it is. So I leave, and your first flight. So I don't know my way around, and this woman, I asked her, she showed me all the way up to my flight. I missed my flight, but she bought me a wine, and I spill it, but she gave me $20. All right. So I get on my flight, and I fly out, and I'm just listening to like Rod Wave and stuff. I'm like, this is the beautifulest thing in my life. Like, always, like, I cry, like, cause that experience, get up on that plane by yourself,
Overwhelming.
it's scary,
Yeah.
and it's overwhelming because, like, I'm putting myself in this position. I don't know if this gonna work out. I just want to do something with my life. I don't want to be homeless no more. So I get on the plane
Leap of faith.
and I fly out. And I get to Dallas, and it's late. So I go to sleep, and I wake up the next morning, and the dude bought me a bagel because I was asking for food, and he gave me $10, and he was like, "Okay." I was like, "Yes." So I get back. I lose my card in Dallas because early flight, 7:00.
You lost your fucking card? Yeah.
Flew out. So I get to LA, and I'm looking for my card. I'm like, where my card at? Like, so it's another boundary I gotta take. Like, is you gonna go back and just sit here, or is you gonna? Cause somebody could be scamming you right now, and you don't know.
Deal with it, yeah.
Or is you gonna go out to the city and do something? And I did it. I went out to the city. I had my ID with me, and I think I dropped the ID before I even left, like, to even get, like, I had 2 IDs. So I go, and I get to the city, and mind you, I can't buy weed because I ain't got no card. So in a year and a half of all the places, I never seen a day like this where it was a homeless guy that I seen, and I say, man, I got like $10, $12. Can you give me some weed? And bro, when I tell you, when he gave me that weed, it smelled good. It wasn't laced, because they got a lot of laced weed in fucking
Out there
LA,
in California,
bro.
In the streets.
And I got high, but when I went up on stage,
Yeah, you went up the first day you were out there?
Yeah, I went to the Laugh Factory because, first 10 get it, then they had to shuffle it. So I went there real early, and I seen King Bax there. But I wasn't.
I know him, yeah.
When you do comedy for the first time, if you trying to study something, you gonna go up there. You might freeze because you don't know how you might work it out. Yeah, everybody different. And I went up there and I froze. It's like I didn't get no laugh, and it's like, oh my God, I just came out here and I bombed. So I'm like, fuck. So I go straight back to the airport, and when I get to the airport, I call my mama crying, like, Mama, I can't do this. Like, I had a tent, but I'm like, now I'm scared as fuck because I think I'm ass now. Like, after that bomb, so my mama don't have, my mama ain't got, like, my mama ain't got that much money, but she got up all the money and she flew me back home. And she cursed my butt out, like, but I was like, nah, like, Like, I was yelling at her too, because I was like, I don't know if this gonna work, but God telling me it's something there. It's something there. It's something there. Because when I graduated, like, all the way up through high school, I was the funny kid, and everybody said, "Oh, Craig, you funny, funny." And when I graduated, it's like it's different when everybody just clapping like this. But it's different when everybody stand up in your class and clap, and all their family stand up and clap because they family watched your YouTube. They watched your YouTube. You had inspiration on them, so it comes back to writing. So when when I was in my car and I was writing and I lose stuff and I had to rewrite it again, that was getting me into that zone. Or when I let's say when I flew out to Atlanta after LA and I went to that Black Cub and I seen Funny Marco, who he with 1 million subscribers today, famous all over, and I did that and I crushed everybody in that crowd, and I wasn't even the man who I am today, the punchlines I got today, but it take time, it take writing and seeing if it works, see how you write it, do it work, and then you add on, and you might do something on stage that you didn't know that worked, but you like, all right, so I can do it like that. But when I went to Atlanta, I had to beg them to get on stage because they already have their regular people. But I didn't agree with how they did comedy. Like, you can have a great delivery, but if you don't have no punchlines, it won't work. At least not with me.
Yeah, they're just up there vibing.
Yeah, I want to get sharp.
Ego spilling.
Yeah. So I left Atlanta, and I got a story about.
So your mom got you home from LA, and you went back to Florida, and then later on went to Atlanta.
Yeah.
So you came up with some more money, and then just went out there, and then went back home after Atlanta.
Yeah, and then kept flying out.
Kept flying out to LA.
Atlanta. I flew out to Oakland. I flew out to.
And you said this was during COVID too?
Yeah, COVID. Because I didn't have no stages back home. I couldn't go in between, and I couldn't get that feedback.
How long are you staying when you go out on a flight?
A day.
You're doing it round trips?
I used to do one day, go out and then come back to the airport, and it was a moment in time where I got tired of that, and I was like, man, I'm getting good, I look good at comedy, let me go to the 85 South show, which is a platform with DC Young Fly, Chico Bean, Carlos Miller. So I go out there and I'm still not the man who I am today with writing, but I go out there thinking I'm good enough. But I went up there and it hurt to go up somewhere you looking homeless because you flying into town and you don't have no jacket, so you stretching your arms all over the place. And my thing got I looked at very unorganized, and I didn't care. I just walked up up close, and that's how I wanted to comment. And I believe, even though I don't believe that was the dumbest mistake I did. I think that was the best decision. That's one of the best decisions that I ever made in my life, because after they got on me and I went home, I wrote over 100 jokes that I don't even use. You feel me? I was crying, and I was like, man. And the craziest thing how God works is I missed my flight the next morning. Yeah, I was sleeping at the airport, and I woke up at 7:01. That's when my plane left at 7. So I woke up exactly when it left. Pulling off. It's already pulling off. It's already gone. So I'm crying do I have to repay for this flight? And it's nah. So they get me booked on another flight for 10. And I fly out, I get to Atlanta, and as we getting off, I see Carlos Miller, the comedian that I seen from last night at the show. I'm talking to him hey, he's like, oh, I remember you for the show. And He gave me $500.
Whoa, what?
Yeah.
Wow.
The next day, look, I missed my flight, and it also wanted God put me on a flight with him.
Yeah.
So, how
No,
did
talk
that-
about things working out. Things are meant to be, you know, like.
things are meant to be.
And then he knew that you needed it, and
I flew home.
who else? Who? You're probably the happiest person to receive that $500. I
Yeah.
guarantee you. You know.
It was a blessing, but next month is when I flew.
And you use that money to fly out again.
I know I used my Social Security check
Yeah.
because I live on Social Security, so I only get $800. Like this, is how I pay for them. I get $800 a month, and after that, your $800, I have to wait to the next first of the month. The next first of the month. So after that go, I got a bag. I got a but me begging helped me communicate with people. Helped me on stage.
Yeah.
You know. But that next month, I went back out to Atlanta for a month, and I wasn't vibing with it. Like I told you, I wasn't. It's different
It's not
types
like
of
staying
comedy.
here.
Yeah. So I got on the Greyhound, and I got a Greyhound bit about the dude that did fentanyl. That's a real story. He was doing fentanyl. I went in a bathroom, crushed his fentanyl pipe. I told one dude, and the other fentanyl head that I was sharing with, and he told him. So I had to lie to him to get on him. And the dude kept stealing stuff like flashlights. He was selling like portable chargers. Like as we was going upstate, he'll steal it. So he had the dude. When I told him that the dude broke his pipe and stole his pipe, we got on the bus, and as we rode off, the dude OG had a fucking flashlight in his hand. And when the dude walked past trying to go to the bathroom, OG said, "Man, what the fuck? Give me my money." And he tried to hit him with the fucking flashlight. And then he said, "Give me that money. Give me some money." And the dude, this is how I know, like the dude gave him $40. And when we got to the next stop, like a few blocks down, OG pulled me to the side and gave me $120. Like, I just got $20 for breaking a nigga pipe. A nigga fentanyl pipe. Yee!
Shit, yeah.
And he had withdrawals. He was lying and shit. I was like, yeah. That's what your ass get. You know what I'm saying?
Going right for fentanyl.
Yeah.
Smoking fentanyl
Yeah,
too.
smoking fentanyl in the
That's
bathroom.
hardcore.
What kids around?
Where were you at? This was on the Greyhound bus.
Greyhound
on the bus.
bus.
Going to where? You were from Atlanta to Texas?
Nope. Las Vegas. I mean, no, not Las Vegas. L.A. Los Angeles.
You took a bus from Atlanta to LA.
L.A.
That's a lifetime.
Cause that's
How long were you on the fucking bus?
This how I got.
Were you on that bus for like a week?
3 days.
Oh, 3 days, yeah. Oh, that's fucked up still.
Bro,
That's- yeah.
no. And look, this how I got the fucking. So it's this homeless thing where you have to call somebody. I made them call my drug dealer. I hit him up. I say, hey, I need you to boom, 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 wow.
Help, yeah.
Help me out.
Yeah.
So he did it, and they put me on the bus, and we drove out.
Somebody vouch for you, and it could be anybody.
My drug dealer.
Yeah, your drug dealer said he is good. He is a good man.
Hey, this is my
He is-
guy.
You do hard drugs?
Nah, I just do weed, shrooms, and LSD. That's
Yeah.
it. Like,
Gotcha.
I never,
Pretty much the same, yeah.
I used to have a friend I had to cut off because he used to do cocaine.
Yeah.
And I'm a believer in Jesus Christ. I'm not going to put that shit in my temple.
Yeah.
Your body's your temple. Use it in a way that God, don't fucking, because you're going to
got
kill
this.
yourself. LA? Wait, let me bring it back to Atlanta before I go to LA again.
Yeah.
When I was in Atlanta, bro, they had some of the most messed up laced weed, bro.
You sure?
It was laced, bro. It was, bro. I'm talking about one day I smoked it, and you know, I was seeing weird shit. My thing was like, And bro, I'm talking like, bro.
Hearing shit, yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like, I'm like, bro, what the fuck, bro? And this happen every day, bro.
Only
like
in ATL where you were?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
let's say 7 times out of 10 I get laced weed. Laced weed? Bro, and sometimes I'll smoke it just cause I was blowed. Like what if that shit had fentanyl in it?
Yeah. You might.
Hey.
Unfortunately, you might have tried it.
I'm a super gremlin. One time I fucking real deal.
Exactly.
One day somebody sold me some. I think it was fentanyl weed, but I was so blown. I still smoked it. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
You're trying
God
to buy
got me,
weed. Yeah.
but I ain't gonna. I stopped going to them niggas.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Why would you do that, bro? But let's skip to LA because that was just horrible.
That was what it was. Yeah.
Oh, so I go to LA and I'm there for, let's say, a year. Bro,
You were there for a straight year.
like
Did
8 months to
Did
a
you
year.
actually go to Skid Row?
No.
You still
I
managed
went
to stay away from that shit.
I went to Long Beach because I flew so much that I knew where to go by the time I got there.
Yeah.
So I went to Long Beach and I found a little spot the first day I got there. Safest place. That was my beginning
What
spot.
was that like?
Who?
Just like you found the perfect outdoor
Woo!
area, or what?
Well, it
On
ain't
the
perfect. It ain't perfect. It's by the beach. But it ain't perfect. You got people walking around going like, all right,
You blended in.
yeah, bro, let's say let's say I'm sleeping right here. You got a dude walking around saying, hey. Like, what the freak? The dude is trying to tell me he want to hump me?
You're not one of those people, though. You're not.
Yeah.
You're not one of those fucking, mental patients that escaped, and you're not, fiending off of fucking fentanyl crack, none of that. And so it's just interesting, I think, for people to see how you have to deal with that on the street. You're in the middle of this shit,
It was bad, bro.
And worse in LA?
Huh?
It was a lot worse in LA?
Yes, bro.
It got pretty bad out here with the homeless, but that was before you came here.
Bro, Atlanta, bro, it wasn't, all right, in Atlanta, it was somebody across the street that I know stole my phone. Because I got an argument with him, and I was going to sleep, and he stole it. But it was my fault because I left it out. But they
You
will
went through
take
your
your
shit,
shit, but
yeah.
they won't just come up and or
And in LA, you got crazy fuckers coming up to you, growling at you. And
let me tell you a story about Atlanta before we get to LA. I was standing Midtown, which is the gayest town in Atlanta. So I was laying down one night and a dude parked his car and went back to the back seat. And this is a Honda Civic, like a little Honda Civic.
a nice car that shouldn't be there.
And it was in front of a barbershop. And they start fucking.
Two dudes?
Two dudes start fucking.
I thought you said one dude. Yeah, I know.
And then when they got done, the dude went out and he went back into his the front seat.
Driver's seat? Yeah.
Like 10 minutes went by, and when he came back out, he tried to go in there again. I said, "Fuck no, get the fuck out of here!"
He tried to walk up to you,
He tried to go back in the car and fuck again.
and you yelled out.
Get the fuck out of here! I'm trying to sleep.
And you're on the sidewalk?
I'm in the I'm sleeping. You know how you go up to the steps to the barbershop and they got like a little entrance? I was sleeping on a little outside patio, like type
They didn't
shit.
give a fuck that you were right there.
Yeah.
Isn't that fucked up? they pulled up. There's a guy sleeping there. This is perfect.
Hey, I can be more specific.
Yeah.
It's a comedy club called Kate's Comedy Club. Kate's Comedy Club, and it's right in front of Kate's Comedy Club. It's like right there. It's
That's
connected.
why you're there. Yeah.
Because I wanted to go Kate's, but Kate's is too. So, I flew out and I told you. I drove the Greyhound out. The Greyhound in. Who is Vegas? Vegas is hot. Going through Vegas is hot.
I know. I drove through it. Yeah.
And driving to Texas, it take you like 36 hours on the Greyhound just to get through one state. So I'm living out there, and like you say, when you was telling like the dude that was doing like that, there be people tweaking out there walking around and like digging in trash cans. People like LA is a whole different world. You got a train system. You got naked people on the train. The train smelling like pee. 'Cause
You
people,
gotta say yes.
Yeah.
It is fucked.
they have their clothes on.
But you're doing comedy still.
Yeah, but it's too
developing, but you have to deal with a war outside of comedy, right?
And my problem with LA was I'm in Long Beach. The city is 2 hours away from me.
Mm.
All right, let's say if I go out to a comedy club, right, and it start at 8. I'm going to get done by 10. And I still got to get to this train before 12. And sometimes it can be cold, and I have to... because one thing about the cold, bro, is I hate the cold, bro. I hate the cold, bro. Like...
Yeah. It's going to get colder here soon.
Bro, that's why I'm leaving for a month, bro.
Okay.
I'll be in the cold for a month and just be there for a month. Like, in wintertime, I stay more in Long Beach than going to the comedy club. But I'll pay like $5 to go to the comedy club to have like 3 to 10 people. You have to pay $5 to go perform like a mic like this, like that we did. But you got to pay $5 to get in there. And it's only 9 people, 9 chairs.
You paid?
Yeah, I paid you dang right.
Yeah.
But I made them laugh. I made some of them laugh.
It was worth it.
It's worth it. But it might not be worth it to somebody that go in there and you got our comedians in there. You ain't got no audience. You gotta, woo.
Yeah.
You gotta win them over. You're still working out your stuff. You don't care about. Some people won't like. Let's say if it's 0 people in this crowd, I'll still go all up and out because I don't care about the crowd. I just care about how I'm gonna deliver it to the crowd. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just stay in character because I know
You can't be worrying about.
You can't worry about the laughs if you know good damn well you ain't got no crowd. Keep going from the beginning to the end. It don't matter how good it is, how fucked up it is. Keep going. Cause that's how you have to do it in comedy. And then,
So,
and you have to take care of criticism.
yeah.
Criticism is the best. Know what you're saying?
Yeah, I agree.
Criticism is best because if you don't take criticism, how you gonna learn? And let me tell you something.
And experiencing failure, all that.
Yeah.
Same shit.
And let me tell you something real quick before we go on. The biggest comedians in the world got some of the deepest thoughts, but perfect perspectives. Like,
They know exactly how to approach it, what to do.
yes, how to approach.
They still work it out like we do, but yeah, they're professionals.
But once you get into like this stuff, like getting into like you see how you flop on stage.
Have their voice.
Yes.
Yeah, they know what to do.
Because remember when I said I bombed, I didn't have no voice. I wasn't practicing on stage. You have to get in the flow. I say stay in the zone, auto zone. And I tell you this, you know how you say something about chess? I say comedy is like a chessboard. You have to, everything you have written down, you have to tackle it. You have to perfect
A
it.
man without a plan is not a man.
Yes. Here.
You're in LA, right, for a year. How does that get you to Austin? And then you decided to stay in Austin. You've been here a minute, right? And it sounds like this is your new home in a lot of ways.
I'm gonna just say it in the because I gotta be real about this. I'm gonna say it in the politest way possible. I seen somebody on Kill Tony, and I was like, "Hey, I can do better."
It inspired you.
It inspired, but like I was like, cause it inspired me because I knew I had the material. I was already a writer in delivering it, but I wasn't like going every week. I'll go like once or twice a week and just mess like I was trying to find my way, but it's too far. It's like, but I was in North Hollywood, so I at least got around through my last days being in LA. But in LA, I felt like God didn't want me to be there because it's like I was so depressed because it was like these comedians they don't even want to laugh because they know how funny I am. But they'll come up, but some black comedians come up to me and say like you funny, but they'll try to throw shade. Like I see straight through that bullshit. You can't fool me. Cause I'm smart. It's like I may look dumb, bro, but I'm smart. And they already got people in line. Like bump that, bro. I'd rather go to Austin because I'm already.
How did you know about Austin? All right, so Kill Tony, right? And then and then you come out here and it's less drama, more opportunities.
Yeah. And when I came out here, I got more validation. Yeah.
How long
bro.
ago was that?
4 months ago.
Okay, and it sounds like you've had a good 4 months, dude.
Yeah, bro.
for real.
When I came out here, bro, I was just writing. I was writing for the last 3 weeks, and one of my best sets that I wrote, it was when I met a dude named Sling Johnson. But
Sling Johnson, you know him?
Yeah,
you met him?
I met him.
Yeah, that's Lamar from GTA 5. That's Black Jesus.
He had a movie he was premiering at in the North Holly this hood movie, and the dude that played in the movie paid for me to watch the movie, but I was laying down, writing this junk, and he had came around and he was walking. I said, "What's up, Sling Johnson?" Because they was in a group. They just stopped and talked, like, because they was in front of the garage. They was finna go.
Where was this at?
North Hollywood. And they was walking, and they had stopped in front of me because I was sleeping in front of the parking lot. So I seen him, and I was like, "What's up, Sling Johnson?" He was like, "What's up, man?" I was like, "I'm just doing my comedy stuff." He was like, "Keep working." And I remember I had a set by Stink Pussy, and let's say 2 months ago, I tried it, and I fucking killed it. I didn't have to switch nothing out, but I was like, you see how God worked? Like, I seen him, I was writing that, and I tried it, and it worked, and it fucking popped. I think you was there.
You thought I was there?
Yeah, when I did it one about.
Oh yeah, that's a joke. That's a bit you do now.
No, I don't. I stalked it like.
Yeah.
Like I go like, let's say something worked for me, I just go into the next one.
Yeah.
Like
I try to do the same.
Just gotta perfect it first, then go into the next one. Make sure when you go back to it, you know like how it's gonna go, how it's gonna be, how it's set up. The punchlines. That's why we have to find our flow in comedy.
It has to eventually. It has to go back on the shelf though. Once it's made its course.
Yeah,
I know.
And then they come off, and that's you can.
Even now, you can pull up old shit. Work it into the new, and then yeah, that's the art of it.
That's the beauty of it, man.
So what's it like when you got to Austin though? What's like? How'd you find your way? How'd you figure out where to do comedy at? Like
flight, landed, signed up for Kill Tony.
You went straight to Kill Tony.
Yeah.
At the mothership?
Yeah, I just went. Yeah, because I already had my minute. I'm like, I already have a minute.
Okay, so yeah.
But I had my minute, but I wasn't studying and practicing like I should. I was just studying in LA. I was hibernating. I was writing. It was a place in LA where writers went. It was like a coffee shop that I used to beg in front of and ask for something to eat. And one day I was with a writer, and every writer that I talked to about my comedy, and it's the difference when you tell a joke in front of somebody, you tell it in a crowd. Like if I go to you and I tell you a joke and you laugh at it, it's fucking amazing because I made you laugh.
Yeah.
Like
that's different than a crowd.
I used to do that to people every day in LA, and I used to show them like how I was asking them questions like, is my stuff organized enough? That was after all the criticism I got, like good criticism. Because you have to throw away the bad criticism you have to get. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You have to pick and choose. But after that, I freaking, they told me like I had good writing things, but I feel like God put me in that position to make sure that I was on track. I learned my final flow of
Okay.
writing and finding different ways to get to different topics.
Found a
Or
voice.
the source,
more
yeah.
of a voice, yeah.
Like
A
now,
perspective.
now I can write something down and I just gotta put it in, put it out, and it'll work. Like most, or switch it around and shit. Like you have to learn how
Put it
to
in
do
order.
that wordplay
Yeah,
and all
structure,
that shit
yeah.
like that. But
And so you got it sounds like you sharpened your skills in LA for the most part before coming out here.
yeah,
And then is it easier to live out here? Is it like, you know,
Oh, yeah.
better people, better location?
no, I say when I got here, I used to get like panhandling in LA was really really good. Like
Panhandling?
yeah,
What do you mean? Just getting by?
getting by. I used to get like $25 to $100 every day.
From
Like
people
Thursday to Sunday.
begging and whatnot, yeah.
Yeah, like they used to buy me food. Like I used
Yeah.
to get round for that weed.
And then here they don't do that as much?
Well, when I got here, it's two different worlds. So you got homeless people out there, but you got it's people don't like homeless people here.
Yeah.
So I had to learn how to like I had to adjust myself better to approach them better.
Yeah.
Like, hey man,
You cleaned up a lot since you've been here.
Yeah.
And I do I do see you like spend money on clothes and stuff like that. I mean, you're doing your thing out here,
Like
and it does make me wonder what you got going on and stuff.
like today
But,
I got
yeah.
fucking $45.
Yeah.
Fucking
At
panhandling.
once.
Yeah.
You got a person to give you
No,
45
just
or what?
panhandling.
Hustling and yeah, slick talking and
But it's slick talking.
yeah.
That's how you get into that. But I like, you know,
And where are you sleeping and stuff, or what's that like? Just where you
out
can.
on the street,
Yeah.
loving it. But living out on the street helped me, cause it's like I'm getting so like even in LA, Atlanta, when I told you about like the man fucking the other dude, I'm trying to sleep.
Yeah.
Like all these places are different in their own lane. You got the tweakers out here. You got people that smoke K2. You got people in the back alleys shooting up heroin. You got the diaper lady. You
Yeah.
know the diaper lady.
Yeah, we know the diaper.
But it's a
lady.
lot of tweakers in LA that you don't even
She
fucking
can't
know.
keep her clothes on.
Exactly. Like, put your clothes on, bitch.
Yeah.
But she's still a good person. She seems like a good person.
She seems like somebody who's batshit insane that no one gives a fuck about, no one's helping, no one's doing nothing about. And then you have to figure out who these people are and what they got going on. That's a lot of work.
But when they so
But-
crazy, how you gonna...
Yeah. Well, and there's a lot of people who are just completely insane, and then there's a lot of Creek is supposed to be like under that 35 bridge. That's like supposed to be like the hottest spot, and that's where I hang out most of the time and park my car. Like I'm cool with everybody there. I'm also like a man who can fend for himself, and I walk around and all that. But
Yeah.
there's a mixture, of just disabled people and mentally disabled people.
Yeah.
People that look normal, people that,
But I learned you can have that, but it comes down to your writing skills. Writing skills. Like,
above all.
above all, everything, just writing. It's just writing. Because you don't want to say something now and then 10 years down the road, you're still seeing it. Like, I want to be to a point to where I have, like, that's why you have to learn yourself before you get to the fame. Because when the fame comes, you already know how to write. You already know how to fly like a bird and sting like a bee.
Float like a butterfly, sting like
Yeah, but, and if you don't, you're just going to be sting. You going to keep getting stung. How it's going to work?
Mm-hmm.
Get better. Figure something out. Different topics, get into it. And work it out.
Yeah. And I see you out here, man. You're doing good. And since I've seen you out here, I see you, like, people are starting to recognize you more. Your act's improving. You're clean. You look cleaner, and you have more, you're presenting yourself better. You seem healthier. You seem like you got, you're figuring stuff out. And, despite being on the street, you figured that angle out. And
Yeah.
you're getting the fuck by.
True.
You figured out how. And in my own way, I've done the same thing. I earn enough money to get by and keep this going. And we see each other all the time out here, man. We're out here just putting
Grinding.
in reps.
And it come back to
Nowhere to go but up,
when you have to find,
prosperity.
yeah, you have to find, like, all right, let's say if I know I go up on stage and I know I'm gonna be horrible off something like weed, like I'm off acid right now.
You took the acid?
I took the acid before we started the podcast, so this is like me.
Is it just hitting you?
Yeah, energy. So it's like, okay, you have to know what to take, and you have to know your limits. Because when you get up on stage, you can't be like, you take an edible, like, you may be thinking you funny, but the crowd is
Reality.
like,
You gotta be
reality.
based in reality.
You high, but we're not, and you saying bullshit. You think it's funny, but we don't think it's funny.
That's not for work. That is not for,
And then you might have somebody that's laughing in the background just because how he acted, not the way he said. You have to, when you're on stage, you have to define what do they laugh at and what do they.
I'm sure there's plenty of
punchlines.
people who reward the wrong behavior. in
Yeah,
their heads
and they keep doing it. They just keep doing it.
But yeah, man, it's been a good lengthy
Podcast.
episode, good podcast. Is there anything you want to leave off on? Anything we left out about you? I think we covered it.
We covered it.
I will say we got pretty to the point as far as what you've done. I am a little more curious if we do this again or something like that about the specifics of like who you are, childhood, and all that.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's plenty we can relate and talk on, but.
Everything.
Yeah, no, we skimmed right over.
This is a good podcast.
Yeah. I think this was a good introductory to your character and all that. I'd love to have you back on eventually. Cover that. We'll touch base with you soon.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. And that's been
All right,
Strong
y'all.
Stories.
What is it again?
Strong Stories.
Strong stories.